Hello my friends, Jim Pease with Puriclean in Southeast Connecticut. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare two products on mold. Both have similar properties, similar chemical composition, but Puriclean has recently authorized and approved the use of two products, and I've been asked, Jim, which one do you think is better? I know you've used both. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to lay that to rest right now. The products are both based on hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is a very common material. You can pick it up in the drugstores. It comes in 3.5% concentration. The other two products who I'm going to highlight today include Serum 1000 and Fiberlock IAQ. Now, the reason I put the box on Fiberlock IAQ is I was a little puzzled the way this is packaged. Apparently, the chemists at IAQ didn't get the memo that you're supposed to package hydrogen peroxide in an opaque container, similar to what the drugstores do and similar to what Serum does. Otherwise, it's subject to rapid decomposition. So if IAQ, you're listening to this, you might want to take that under consideration. What I've done is I've pulled a ladder out from behind our chicken coop here, which has some suspected microbial contamination, and I've marked three of the ladder steps. One with straight hydrogen peroxide, 3.5%, the other one with IAQ, and the other one with Serum. We're going to treat each one of the three steps and see which one has the best results. Now, first, this is straight hydrogen peroxide. I did cheat a little bit. I put 2 drops of dishwasher soap in it just to increase the surfactant value so it has a little more wetting agent. But we're going to use this as the control. The IAQ, we're going to use that according to the instructions in the back. This is an 8% hydrogen peroxide solution. And the Serum is a 18% hydrogen peroxide solution, but it has a couple other ingredients in it. It has a surfactant similar to IAQ, but it also has an acidifier in there. Now, those of you who can remember back to your chemistry class, you know the old chemistry joke, what happens to a chemist when he falls into acid? He gets absorbed into his work. Well, I think there's some advantage to having an acidifier in something that you're trying to apply to a porous substrate. So let's start with our test. We'll start with Serum, and this is marked Serum right here. So we're just going to apply this. Oops. PPE, very important with this stuff. Now, when the fellow from IAQ did his webcast, one of the advantages he mentioned of IAQ over Serum was the fact that Serum requires incredible amount of PPE. Well, folks, you're not going to put your production team in an attic with Serum or IAQ without full PPE. Either one of those, you don't want your people ingesting or getting in their eyes or on their skin. So, from my perspective, PPE is the same no matter which product you use. So let's start with Serum. There it is. And here we go. Next, we're going to go with IAQ. Well, that's reacting pretty quick. Nice foaminess. And the IAQ foams. Okay. And third, we're going to do our control with hydrogen peroxide and a little bit of surfactant. Well, son of a gun. Even over the counter, hydrogen peroxide foams. So we're going to let that dwell for about 3 minutes. While we're doing that, we're going to give it a little bit of abrasion here, which you're probably going to do in a typical attic. Just a couple brushes here, nothing too fancy. We're going to go from the least concentrated to the most concentrated. That way no one says that we're contaminating with higher material. Now Serum, and I believe IAQ as well, recommend applying with an airless sprayer. We're not going to do that today because that's going to add a variable of mechanical removal of the mold. I'm trying to just focus on the chemical properties and efficacy of each one of the products. Okay, we're going to let that sit for about 3 minutes or so. Okay, so it's been 3 minutes. We've let that dwell with a little bit of rush. The first step is just the hydrogen peroxide, and it looks a little better, not great. Let's move over to the IAQ. The IAQ, noticeably better than the hydrogen peroxide. However, there's still some chunks of mold or suspected microbial growth, whatever you want to call it. Let's move over to the Serum. The Serum still has a little bit of the foaming action going to it, and it appears to me a little bit lighter, but again, there's still sections of staining, but not quite as much as what I see from IAQ. So what I'm going to do is, if this was an actual situation, if I was in an attic, I would apply a second shot of the product. So we're going to do that right now. We're going to, again, start with hydrogen peroxide. I'm going to soak that really good. Now we're going to go to the IAQ. Now we're going to go to Serum. Sarah, you might want to step back. I don't want you getting overspray. And in a real world situation, I would hit him again with a little bit of brushing action. And just to keep it consistent, we're going to do 10 strokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rinse it off. Shake it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rinse that off. And now the Serum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to let that wait another 3 minutes. Actually, just want to bring this up. My lovely assistant and daughter mentioned that the center one still had a good amount of foaming left to it, meaning that there was probably still some residual organic material that was reactive, whereas the Serum, after the first application, really didn't have that much foaming going on. So just an observation there. Okay, our 5 minutes are up. That took a little bit longer, and it's the IAQ and the Serum is still reacting. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to let that dwell for a bit longer. As you can see, there's more foam that's forming on the IAQ. I think I'm going to take my daughter to lunch, and we'll see what it looks like when we get back. Thank you. All right, we're back from lunch, that is. We have the results. The 3 steps are now dry. Let's take a look at how they came out. First, we're taking a look at the sample that was done with just the hydrogen peroxide, and it really turned out better than I expected. It cleaned up somewhat. There's still a good amount of microbial contamination on it, but as I said, it exceeded my expectations. Just the H2O2. I wouldn't use it for a job, but again, it was a good control. The second is the IAQ, and that's significantly better than the straight hydrogen peroxide. But as you can see, we still have a good amount of visible staining going on here, and I would have to hit this again. And then the Serum is significantly better, in my opinion, than the IAQ came out. There's very few mold staining. The wood is actually brightened. Comparing back to the H2O2, hydrogen peroxide, that wood is still gray. This actually has a light tan brownish color to it. There's a few little stains that were missed, but in an actual application, I'd probably be using a airless sprayer, and just the mechanical agitation would probably shear that right off. So there you have it. I think the results speak for themselves. Serum seems to do a better job of easily lifting and fading stains. It is stronger. You do have to be very careful with PPE. One advantage to IAQ is that the distribution is much more accessible. You can probably go into any RAM scope, which we have one within about 30 minutes of us, and I can pick one up and pick up some IAQ immediately. Whereas Serum, you have to maintain an inventory at your shop. Otherwise, it's a phone call to the regional distribution center, which could be some time. For me, it's about 5 hours away if I was in a jam. Well, if I was in a jam, I'd go to a Ramsco and pick up the IAQ if I was a little bit short. But you know, for what I'm going to stock in my warehouse, it's going to be Serum. You know, disclaimers: this was not a scientific study. I'm sure I'm going to get a phone call from the folks at IAQ saying that I did something wrong. That's fine. I still have 5 more steps to repeat the test. But again, this is the back of the envelope experiment, and I think the results are pretty conclusive. Have a good day. It's Jim Pease, Pure Clean, Connecticut. It's been 6 hours since we first started our test, and I just thought I'd leave this last image. There's been continued lightening, and now the difference is really apparent between the 3 different tests we did. Sarah, why don't you scan? And I think based on this limited test, Serum is a clear winner. Have a good day.